Hallo Sie, hast du 200 Euro?
Hallo Gregor, nein, ich habe keinen 200 Euro.
All right. Hello, everyone else as well. That's too bad. Well, I don't need really 200 euros, but that's what we are talking about in this dialogue. What do you think? How much does it cost to buy a Dachshund?
Mm, 300 Euro.
Oh, okay, I see. 300. All right, 200, 300, these kind of things are exactly what we will be looking at in our lesson today. So let's jump into our dialogue first.
Gregor, gehst du in den Supermarkt?
Ja, ich gehe einkaufen. Hast du 200 Euro?
Ja, hier. Warum brauchst du 200 Euro?
30 Euro für Gemüse, 35 Euro für Obst, 40 Euro für Fisch, 45 Euro für Fleisch und 50 Euro für Schokolade.
Was? So viel Schokolade.
Yes, that's a lot of chocolate. All right. Let's see what words we have here. A lot of them we already saw. For example, du gehst,
Du gehst.
you go, and then again, den,
Den.
which is the da masculine accusative. And like last lesson, we have der Supermarkt.
Der Supermarkt.
Yes, and also ich gehe,
Ich gehe.
I go. And then we have an interesting word, einkaufen.
Einkaufen.
Yes, that is shopping. And in German, we have the words kaufen and einkaufen. Do you know what's the difference?
No.
Okay, so if we say kaufen, that's just to buy, like literally the act of buying something. And einkaufen is like shopping, to go shopping. So it's usually kind of the procedure and including many other things, not just the act of buying. Okay?
Okay.
All right. And du hast,
Du hast.
you have. And then we have Euro.
Euro.
Yeah, that's euro or euros. And one thing to note here is that euro doesn't have a separate plural. So the plural of euro is also euro in German. You don't say euros, you just say euro, okay?
Oh, okay.
And then an important one here.
Hier.
Yeah, here. So for example, she will say, hier, ein Dachshund.
Yes.
Warum?
Warum?
That's like why. Warum brauchst du Schokolade? Why do you need chocolate? Yes. And then we have du brauchst.
Du brauchst.
Yes. Was brauchst du, sie?
Schokolade.
Yes, me too. And then für.
Für.
That's for. And then we have a few items that we see in the dialogue. For example, das Gemüse.
Das Gemüse.
That's vegetables. And der Obst.
Der Obst.
Yes, and both of these words are singular. Even if we are talking about several items, these are kind of category words, so we also keep them in singular. And then we have der Fisch,
Der Fisch.
which is fish. The only thing is you just need to add a letter C in there because that's how Germans write sh, but otherwise it's the same as English. And das Fleisch,
Das Fleisch.
that is meat. And die Schokolade,
Die Schokolade.
which is chocolate. And then two more words, was,
Was?
as what, and so viel,
So viel.
so much. Yes. What's difficult from these words? All make sense to you?
Yes. Okay. So my question is that for those categories of the food, is the plural form same as the single form?
So lots of them, if you talk about these category words, they don't have a plural. For example, Gemüse Obst and Fleisch, they don't have a plural form.
Okay.
And fish has a plural form. Do you want to guess what is the plural of der Fisch?
Die Fische.
That's right. That's correct. You just add letter E, as we learned in the last lesson. For many nouns, that is the solution. Okay. Shall we look at the dialogue one more time?
Yes.
Let's do that.
Gregor, gehst du in den Supermarkt?
Ja, ich gehe einkaufen. Hast du 200 Euro?
Ja, hier. Warum brauchst du 200 Euro?
30 Euro für Gemüse, 45 Euro für Obst, 40 Euro für Fisch, 45 Euro für Fleisch und 50 Euro für Schokolade.
Was? So viel Schokolade.
Yes, exactly. And now let's look at how to make numbers in German. We already looked at the numbers 0 to 20 in lesson 16. So if you need help with that, go back to review that lesson and we'll continue here with 21 and upwards. And the first one is already quite the challenge. That is 21.
21.
Yes, and other than English, we reverse the order of the numbers. So it's not 21, 21, but literally it is 1 and 20, 21.
21.
Yes, and that continues with 22
22.
and also 23
23.
and 24,
24.
25,
25.
26,
26.
27,
27.
28,
28.
29.
29.
Okay, so after that, it continues the same way. But before we look at that, let's look at the numbers in 10 steps, like 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. And so first we have 20, which we just looked at. What is that?
20.
Yes. And then?
30.
Yes. 40 is?
40.
Yes, continue. I'll tell you if anything is wrong.
50. 60. 70. 80. 90. 100.
Yes, exactly. So these are those numbers looked at individually. Now let's look at some examples of how you combine the 10 digit and the 1 digit. So for example, 31 is?
31.
And 42 is?
42.
53?
53.
46? No, 64?
64.
75?
75.
86?
86.
And 97?
97.
Yes, so if you translate from one language to the other, even as you just saw, my head even gets entangled sometimes. But if you're usually just using one language, then you'll get used to it over time. And now let's also look at the numbers 100 to 1000. And fortunately, that's much simpler. So for example, the title of this lesson includes how many euros?
200.
Yes. And then a sausage dog costs perhaps?
300.
Yes. And 400 is?
400.
Okay, continue.
500. 600. 700. 800. 900. 1000.
Yes, great. And now if we combine the 100 words with the 2 digit, like 10 and above these numbers, we get examples like these. For example, 120 is?
120.
Yes. And 180?
180.
Yes. 123?
123.
234?
234.
804
804,
and 212.
212.
Okay, I'm also going to challenge you with three numbers that we don't have written down. What is 43?
43.
Yes. What is 88?
88.
Yes. And 571.
571.
Great. Okay, also give me three numbers.
874.
874.
243.
234. Sorry, 243 is 243.
Gotcha. 99.
99. Yes, exactly. Okay, so just practice. And fortunately, the numbers are usually written down as digits, which makes that much easier. Okay, anything that you think is difficult about the numbers except what we just talked about?
Uh, it's not really something difficult, but I just realized there's like a pattern for those numbers. So only when we look at like 23 or 34, like with two digits, the order changed. Like when we are saying 34, we are saying 34. But when it's like three digits number, like 120, um, it's somehow the first one, like the 100 one, won't really exchange the order with the following, the rest of them. And we were going to follow the order first saying the 100 and second using the same pattern as we learned before for the two digits. And another observation that I found is using und. So und will only happen for the two digits when we were trying to connect them, thinking them as a whole. But if we were using the three digits one, like between the 100 and the 20, we don't use und at all. So I think these two are quite interesting patterns for the German numbers for like a beginners like me to follow and to learn.
Yes, couldn't agree more. Nothing else to say. Okay, then let's look at our dialogue one more time.
Gregor, gehst du in den Supermarkt?
Ja, ich gehe einkaufen. Hast du 200 Euro?
Ja, hier. Warum brauchst du 200 Euro?
30 Euro für Gemüse, 35 Euro für Obst, 40 Euro für Fisch, 45 Euro für Fleisch und 50 Euro für Schokolade.
Was? So viel Schokolade?
Yes, so much chocolate. That's what I need 50 euros for. Please give me, okay?
Okay.
Thank you. All right, then we'll see you in the next one. Thank you, everyone. Tschüss.
Tschüss.